Yes, see here. In last class completed nuclear chapter. So today, according to schedule, semiconductor devices. Semiconductor devices. Semiconductor devices. Okay. Last class completed nuclear chapter, including problems. So now semiconductor devices. See here. So before going to this chapter semiconductor devices, so just to, so what are the matter existing three states? Matter existing three states. Okay. So they are solids, okay, liquids and gases. Already you know in chemistry, matter exists in three states: solids, liquids, and gases. Okay. So here solids are classified into two types. Solids again, solids are classified into two types. Okay. So what I'm telling, matter exists in three states. So they are solids, liquids, and gases. Now again, on the properties of electrical, on the basis of electrical properties, on the basis of electrical properties, solids again classified into two types. Yes, on the basis of electrical properties, solids are classified into three types. Understood? So actually matter exists in three states, you know, that is solids, liquids, and gases. Here actually we want to discuss the concept of solids. So on the basis of electrical properties, okay, not chemical properties, physical properties, in electrical properties, that on that base, solids are classified into three types. That is first one, conductors. First one, conductors. Second one, insulators. Third one, semiconductors. Okay. See, I repeat once again. So actually our chapter is semiconductor devices. Okay, we want this part before going to semiconductor devices. Actually, the matter exists in three states, that is solids, liquids, and gases. Again, on the basis of electrical properties, on the basis of electrical, not physical and chemical properties, on the basis of electrical properties. So solids are classified into three types. Okay. So they are conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. What do you mean by conductors? We know what do you mean by conductors. The substances, the devices which easily allow the electric current through them are called conductors. So how to say? Easily allow the electric current through them. through them. So they are called conductors, means easily electric current flowing through a conductor. So we'll discuss in current electricity chapter this concept. Okay. So easily allow the electric current through them are called conductors. Like current will flow in through a conductor. That to nature metals having conductors. Examples all metals. All metals are the conductors like copper, silver, whatever, aluminum, any metal to be taken as a conductor. Okay. Next to insulators. What do you mean by insulators? Insulators means do not allow the electric current. Do not allow the electric current to through them are called insulators. Example, wood, rubber, etc. Plastic, whatever, glass. So this is these are the insulators. In insulators, so electric current do not allow which metals, so which substances, so do not allow the electric current through them are called insulators. Understood? What are the conductors? So which metals, so which substances, so easily allow the electric current through them are called conductors. So which metals, so do not allow the electric current through them, they are called insulators. What are these semiconductors? Example taken like wood, rubber, glass, plastic, like. What are semiconductors? Semiconductors. You see, in this word only meaning is there. Semi means half of. Like electrical properties in between conductor and insulator. That means electrical properties. Electrical properties lie between conductors and insulators. Understood? So they are called semiconductors. Example, germanium, and silicon. See, taken examples, these two best examples, germanium and silicon. Say, what do you mean semiconductors? So, semiconductors means like it is not conductor and not insulator. Not easily allow the current through them completely, and not to means do not allow the electric current. In between, the current will be partially flowing, not completely full, not zero. The current flowing partially. See here, the current flowing partially. Like here, the current is flowing, but how the current is flowing? Partially, not completely, or not zero. Completely means conductor. Zero means insulator. When in between 50%, in between the conductors and insulators, so the nature that metals are said to be semiconductors. That's why you can say electrical properties lie in between conductors and insulators are called semiconductors. Understood? So these are note down at least the main points. Okay. So note down these lines. So what are the existing solids? See, I repeat once again. The matter exists in state, solid, liquids and gases. Solids, on the basis of electrical properties, solids are classified into two types or three types. They are conductors, insulators and semiconductors. What do you mean conductors? So easily allow the electric current through them are called conductors. So examples all metals. So what are the insulators? So do not allow the electric current through them are called but insulators. So examples taken, wood to rubber is almost equal 0. I equal to 0. Current not flowing. Okay. So next to semiconductors. So that means the electrical properties lies between conductors and insulators. So that properties which are metals having known as the semiconductors. Example, germanium and silicon. The current will be flowing partially. That means in between conductors and insulators. So that is called semiconductors. Okay, now we want to discuss the chapter semiconductor devices, right? Okay, this is actually the basics of this chapter. Next, we will discuss the band theory of solids. Okay, understood this one. Why current easily allow through them? Okay, which are known as the conductor. Why do not allow the electric current through them? They are called insulators. Why electrical properties lie in between? Now I will discuss this concept. So why here current will be flowing through a conductor? So why electric current do not allow electric? Why do not allow the electric current to them? So what is main reason for this purpose? So what is the reason why the current will be easily allowed through them? Why don't the current allow through them? So these two points discuss the now. That is the band theory of solids. Understood? Band theory of solids. So what is the main concept to inside how the electric current flowing through conductor? So why electric current do not allow the semi insulators? See, so that we'll discuss now. Band theory of solids. Band theory of solids. Yes, it is a basic concept. See, so I will draw the diagrams here. Insulators. First to draw insulators. Insulators. This is valence band. It is conduction band. So this is forbidden energy gap. This is forbidden energy gap. So it is almost greater than 6 eV. Valence means here electron symbol, it is electron symbol. Okay, so this is the insulators. Insulators. Now I want to see here next to conductors. Conductors. See here, these are conductors. So it is overlapped conduction band. This is valence band. Overlapped. So these are the conductors. Next to semiconductors. Semiconductors. See here. semiconductors. This is conduction band. This is valency band. Okay, these are the electrons. See, this is the forbidden energy gap. It is almost equal to 1 eV, right? These are the semiconductors. So here, it is the basic concept for the why electric current to allow through the conductor. So why don't the electric currents allow the insulated? So why partially through semiconductors? See here clearly. So this is for germanium it is 0.7 eV. For silicon it is 1.1 eV. Okay, right. See here. So what is this? Is forbidden energy gap. Forbidden energy gap. Right. See, band theory of solids means now before explained which metals so easily allow the electric current through them are called conductors. So which do not allow the electric current through them are called insulators. So the electrical properties in between conductors and insulators are called semiconductors. So that means the current will be partially allowed through the devices through the semiconductors. Example germanium, silicon. Before explained all this concept to now why the electric current easily allowed through the conductors. So why do not allow the insulated? So now this will discuss. See here. So conduction band, valence band, forbidden energy gap. So what do you mean these three words? What is this VB? VB means valence band. See here, VB means valency band. CB means conduction band. Okay, see here. So what is this valency conduction band? We know in atom generally, in atom it is nucleus. Okay, this is the nucleus. Okay, so these are the cells. These are the cells. So this is it is to be taken valency. This is to be taken valence. For example, taken. So this is the valency cell. This is valency. Okay. The electrons, so free electrons in last cell. Last cell electrons are flowing in last cell free electron, that is called valence electron. You know chemistry, atomic structure. The electrons which are freely in cell, that is called valency cell. Valency cell. What is mean valency cell? In which cell, in which band? So the electrons are freely are moving. They are called valency. See that means valence means the energy bond occupied by the valence electrons is called valence band. See, I repeat once again. What is valence band? The energy band occupied by the valence electrons. Last cell, valence means that is called valence band. What is conduction band? The energy band occupied by the free electrons. Free electrons, that is called conduction band. You know, in every atom, valence is there. Electrons which are freely moving by batteries applying. So suppose we are applying battery, then current will be flowing. Here bulb is there. So this is battery. Okay, here bulb. So like current is flowing. So like what do you mean this? So when you are to apply the battery, then electrons will be before random. Before random is there. After applying, electrons will be getting in sequence order. That's why the current will be flowing. So the electrons which are moving in last state, valence state, that is last band, that is called valence band. The energy band occupied by valence electrons is called valence band. The energy band occupied by free electrons. See here, free electrons. Here, free electrons. This is free electrons. That is called conduction band. This is called valence band. Understood? See, in between discuss this concept. This is taken from this actual main diagram. I repeat once again. It is to take an atom. It is the nucleus. It is the nucleus. It is the cell. First cell, second cell, principal quantum number. This is the K like L, M like N. So last cell taken valency. The energy bond occupied by the valence electrons is called valence cell. Okay. The energy bond occupied by the free electrons is in a solid is called the conduction band. See, this is the valence band. This is the conduction band. See, in insulated, so this energy gap. What do you mean? Forbidden energy gap. Scientists forbidden. Energy gap means the energy difference between the lowest level of the conduction band, highest level of the valence band is called forbidden energy gap. I repeat once again. The energy difference between the lowest level of the conduction band, highest level of the valence band is called, this is called forbidden energy gap. Forbidden energy gap. Understood? So this is actual the concept diagram for the atom, but that will be drawn like this concept. See, this is understood. This is actual diagram. It is compared to the actual diagram. But these two cells drawn like this. These two bands to be drawn like this. For easily to understood. Like this is the conduction band. Okay. Now we will come to the actual point. Why electrons do not easily allow this insulators? The forbidden energy gap will be more. That is more than 6 eV. That's why even applied the battery, the electric current will not flow through the insulators because the energy not jumps from the valence band to conduction band. Actually, the electron takes place transition from valence band to conduction band. Then current will be flow. But they are not possible in insulator. Why? Energy gap is maximum. The forbidden energy gap more than 6 eV. That's why the electrons are not able to jump from valence band to conduction band. That's why electric current 0. Right. Next, what is the conductors here? Overlap. Almost 0. Forbidden energy gap 0. In this 0. That's why the current will be easily by applying battery. Then the current will be easily flowing through a conductor. That's why 0. Here, what is semiconductors? See, it is partially, not 0, not maximum. In between these two. See, this is the valence band. Electrons always in valence band, which electrons can be freely. Their transition takes from valence to conduction. Then current will be possible. Here, the electrons will be easily can transfer. Electron easily can be take transition from the valence band to conduction band. That's why current will be flowing. Electrons are able to jump from the valence to conduction in the conductor, but you are not able, you are the partially able to jump from the valence to conduction. That's why the current will be partially flowing. Forbidden energy gap is 1 eV. This is main concept. Specifically for what about germanium 0.7 eV? What about for silicon 1.1 eV? See, these values asking in IP 2 marks are objective base. These were note down. Or forbidden energy gap for 1 eV for the semiconductors. So conductors already 0, overlapped here more than 6 eV. Okay. So this is the explanation for the band theory of solids. So why electric current to easily allow through the conductors? Why don't electric current to allow through the insulators? Okay, this is the explanation. Now again, the semiconductors are classified into 2 types. Now we will discuss the semiconductors are classified into 2 types. Semiconductors are classified into two types. So what are the two types? Semiconductors are of two types. Two types. There, first one, intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductors. Next one, extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor. What do you mean by intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor? What I'm telling? Again, semiconductors are two types. So now actually this is the chapter. So intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. What do you mean by intrinsic semiconductor? See here. What do you mean by intrinsic semiconductor? The semiconductor so with pure form. Semiconductors with pure form are called intrinsic semiconductors. Means there is no any impurity. Pure metals, pure form of the semiconductors are known as intrinsic semiconductors. Example, germanium and silicon. So what are the extrinsic semiconductors? Extrinsic semiconductors. So these are semiconductors with impurity. With impurity. S. Semiconductors with impurity are known as extrinsic semiconductors. Why this impurity adding? To increase its conductivity. Simple. Why impurity adding means its conductivity increase, because semiconductors current will be partially flowing now to increase its conductivity. That's why we are adding the impurity. Okay, that semiconductors are called extrinsic semiconductors. So means the process of adding impurity is called doping. Yes. Say what do you mean this? The semiconductors with impurity are known as extrinsic semiconductor. The process of adding impurity to the semiconductors, germanium and silicon, is called doping. Doping means process of adding impurity to the pure form of semiconductors are called extrinsic semiconductors. Okay, now again these extrinsic semiconductors are divided two types. See here, extrinsic semiconductors are divided two types. Understood this is? So this is IP 2 marks. IP 2 marks asking what are the intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. Just you write this one line. Semiconductors with pure form are known as intrinsic. Example, germanium, silicon. These are the semiconductors with impurity. With impurity means the impurity adding to the germanium and silicon, that the semiconductors are said to be intrinsic semiconductors. The process of adding impurity adding to the semiconductors, so pure form of the semiconductors is called doping, right? This after this extrinsic semiconductors are again divide two types. Extrinsic semiconductors are two types. It is asking IP what are the intrinsic and extrinsic. Now, so extrinsic semiconductors are two types. Extrinsic semiconductors are of two types. Before semiconductor two type, intrinsic extrinsic, pure form intrinsic, impure form extrinsic. Again extrinsic semiconductors are divided in two types, that is p type semiconductor. See, this is very important. P type semiconductor. Okay, next one n type semiconductor. First one P type, next one N type semiconductor. Okay, first one we discuss P type. What do you mean by P type semiconductors? See here. So, third group element. What is the third group element? Third group element added to the pure form of semiconductor. Pure form of semiconductor. Like germanium or silicon. They are called p-type semiconductor. What is third group? Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, lead. So these metals, third group element added to the pure form of the semiconductor. Then we can say that the semiconductor said to be p-type semiconductor. See, I repeat once again. When third group elements like boron, aluminum, gallium, indium are added to pure form of semiconductor are called p-type semiconductors. Okay, see what happened after adding this third group element to the pure form of the semiconductors. So actually why you are adding? To increase its conductivity. Already I mentioned before. Okay, see what happened after this. See, third group means what is the third group valency? Third group valency 3. Okay. So next to which added to which germanium or silicon. This is fourth valency. Valence is 4. This is the third 3 valency. That's why 3 electrons are there. Here 4 electrons. Right. This is valency. Here 3. Valency 4. That's why free electrons 4 in germanium silicon. What is the third group? Valency 3. Valency is 4. So your valency is 3. Right? That's why 3 electrons drawn here. 4 electrons. So see, after adding these 3 covalent bonds are formed. 3 covalent bonds are formed. 3 covalent bond are formed. See what I am telling? What is the p-type semiconductor? When third group elements added to the pure form of semiconductors are called p-type semiconductors. Okay, after adding what happened? See, third group means what is boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, valency 3. That's why 3 electrons are drawn here. This is electron. This is electron symbol. Symbol of electron. Right? Okay, 3 it is 4. This is 4 valency. See, after adding what happened? 3 electrons are that is added. Bonds are formed. 3 electrons in the fourth that is germanium and silicon. So 3 electrons are combined. 3 electrons in the fourth. That means germanium silicon. 3 bonds are formed. Here 1 electron is here 1 electron deficit. So this is called 1 electron is deficit. This is deficit of electron. Deficit of electron. That is or it is called vacancy of electron. Vacancy of electron or absence of electron. Absence of electron is called wall. Is called wall. Say clearly, the vacancy of electron, density of electron, absence of electron is called hole. See, I repeat once again. After third group elements adding to the fourth group elements, what happened in last cell, valence cell? 3 electrons are free in third group. In fourth group, four electrons are free. That's why after adding 3 electrons in third group, 4 electrons from fourth group, they are adding. So that's why 3 covalent bonds are formed. This is incomplete bond. That's why the deficit of electron is the requirement is there. That's why it is called the deficit of electron or vacancy of electron. Absence of electron is called hole. This is in which band? Valency band. Valency band. See clearly, already before explained. See, this is conduction band. Okay, so this is valency band. Electron jumps from the valency band to valency to electron. After jumping electron, see here electron, here this place is taken as the vacancy of electron is called hole. This is symbol electron. This is symbol hole. Electron is negative charge, hole is positive charge. Like taken here. See, I repeat once again. See here when adding these 12 group elements, so like boron, aluminum, gallium, indium to the fourth group elements, so like germanium, silicon, pure form of semiconductor. So 3 electrons free in this third group. 4 electrons are free in this germanium silicon. After adding 3 bonds are formed.